Hey everybody, welcome to the question and answer. So we asked you guys to leave us some questions, and you guys asked us a whole lot of questions here. So we're gonna go through, I think we're gonna try to get through all of them. It might be a long video. We'll try to cut it down if it gets too long. So we asked on our Instagram stories as well as our YouTube. Let's go through Instagram first.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
We're trying to compile a list, but it's too much, so we're just gonna read it off.
And it might be kind of all over the place because some questions were the same or similar. You guys ready to start? Here we go. When is your due date?
So originally I was supposed to be due March 6th, but because I do have a transabdominal cerclage and then I do have high blood pressure, my maternal fetal medicine doctor wants to have the baby out at 37 or 38 weeks, but we kind of told her if we can just push it out to 38 weeks. Yeah. You know, the longer the better, the baby's in there. I'm scheduled for a C-section on February 22nd.
Natasha Mullen says, what has been your favorite memory this pregnancy?
Maybe finding out that I'm pregnant.
Yeah, that was really nice, especially because, you know, we had such a hard year prior and she didn't really have high hopes for this frozen embryo transfer, and she kind of was like, had a bad mood about it, thinking it wasn't gonna work, and so I wasn't thinking it was gonna work, and
and then throughout this pregnancy I've been really anxious, so I don't know, maybe the next pregnancy I'll be more laid back, but right now I'm always on edge.
Jen Wilson says, no question, just massive congrats. Thank you, Jen Wilson.
Keep scrolling.
What else here?
And a lot of people are asking, like family, friends, are asking where we're registered at, and we're registered with, our baby registry is through Amazon.
You can just search our name on there.
We did wish there was a Babies R Us or something here.
I know, but we don't have a Bye Bye Baby or a Babies R Us anymore.
So that's where we're registered at. Next question from Dina and Buddy. Hey Dina.
Hey, what's up?
How did you guys end up in Hawaii? So glad to see you guys back on YouTube.
So let's see. So I was born here in Hawaii. My dad joined the military and we moved all around. We ended up in Jacksonville, and we had a tragic loss. Like my younger brother, we lost him through to suicide back in 2012-ish, I think it was.
I think it's when we came back from our visit from Hawaii.
I don't know. Yeah, but that was just real hard on us and the whole family. And we had been planning on moving to Hawaii anyway. And I think after that happened, it was just like, it's just so heartbreaking for us, and just the memories of my brother. So we ended up just saying, hey, let's go ahead and do it. Why not? We're young. Let's just kind of get away. Like, why does everyone else move away from some place to kind of get away, to start over, to try to be happy again? So I think that kind of was it. And then, you know, my auntie was here, so we moved in with her a little bit, so it was good help. So we moved in with her while we were looking for a place to rent and looking for jobs and stuff. And because most people didn't, you know, were just like, yeah, come over and we'll interview you. So I didn't have like anything set coming over. So that was kind of scary, but I found a job within a month, so that was good. So kind of back to that same thing here. What type of nurse are you? Aide, LVN, RN? So I'm not a nurse. I'm a rad tech. Radiologic technologist is the, you know, the proper term for it. But I do CAT scan over here, and yeah, shout out to all my rad techs out there.
I think people automatically assume that when you say you work at the hospital. Yeah, and
Filipino nurse, you know, it's like goes hand in hand, right?
Yeah, I think we got several questions like that, like what do you guys do for a living? So I work at a radiology office, just doing office work, like patient services, and then June works at the actual hospital as a CT tech.
And then my friend says here, shout out Q Laser. He said, what do you enjoy most about your job? And I was just joking to him about how busy it is and how he get just smashed by the ER. But really what I enjoy most about my job is, you know, we get to help patients. We get to help in the diagnosis of what's going on. And I especially like when I have outpatients, because I get to interact with them longer. We start their IV, you kind of ask them what's going on, and you kind of see them more frequently. And then sometimes they'll request, hey, can I, they'll want me to start their IVs again for their future tests, or they'll request me. And I think that's gratifying when you have a patient, they're appreciative of what you do, even though we're with them for maybe only 10, 15 minutes, but they're appreciative of the help. And, I had leukemia when I was young, so I can kind of empathize with the patients of what they're going through. They're going through chemo, they're going through radiation, they're doing this and that and having all these tests done. So, that's what I find gratifying about that.
That's
that was like
funny. That's like an interview question.
I know, right? It's like, what do you love most about your job?
Last job or your current job?
Yeah, shout out to all my rad techs out there. So the next question is from one of our IVF friends here. You might remember Joan and John from the Ellie and Jared grant giveaways. And Joan asked, will you be doing a name reveal?
Hey, Joan.
Hey, what's up, Joan?
And I'm actually wearing her necklace right now. So I don't know if she's still selling these, though, on her Etsy.
Yeah, she has an Etsy shop where she makes jewelry, and she was selling the mustard seed necklaces, which help them do their most latest IVF. So they're in the middle of doing their, getting prepped for their frozen embryo transfer. So head over to their channel and show them some love. But yeah, she makes these necklaces, and she sent this to Keshia like shortly before Journey was born.
Yeah.
And so we never really got to like make a video on it because we were just like...
and down in the dumps. Yeah.
So if we didn't post anything for like over a year, I think it was. So
but yeah, we'll be doing a name reveal. That's a video in itself.
Yeah, I think a lot of people ask that. What's the name? What's his name? I think somebody else asked, what is a name you love but won't be using?
I think we had several of them. Like we wanted Jackson, as in Jaxon, just because we're from Jacksonville.
Duval.
And the airport code is JAX.
JAX, or so like Jackson DeVille from the Jaguars.
Yeah,
but we're going to name him Jackson. Like, we wanted that name a long time ago, but I think we know so many Jacksons out there. I think Ellie and Jared's kid's Jackson. My cousin's name is Kid Jackson. My coworker's kid's name is Jackson.
Yeah.
There's so many Jacksons out there, so we're not going to be using that.
What else did we like? I
always joke to Keshia that I like the name Malachi. But Malachi was the bad guy on
Save the Last
Dance. And I think that's the name of on Children of the Corn. I mean, it's a biblical name, Malachi, Malachi, but I don't want to be too Hawaiian too, you know what I'm saying?
And I kind of like the name Max. But we already have a name picked out. I think we're sticking with it.
Let's see what else we have. Manny Ray's mama says, what is it like living in Hawaii? Do you plan to raise your son there?
So we've been here for about 7 years. And it's not what people assume it's to be. Like they
it's
are
not
like,
all Mai Tais and rainbows
paradise
here.
And such. But,
we're... such.
Okay.
So on and so forth.
Yeah. But it is paradise, but
it's beautiful.
We're constantly working all the time. We don't get to see that.
Yeah.
So when we do actually have vacation time, that's when we get to enjoy the island. So for others, they're like, oh, you're so lucky you live there and whatnot. But we're working a lot.
Yeah, we have to work a lot to live here. The rent is really high. I always see people post these $10 gallons of milk. It's really not $10.
No, it's not.
Like you can go to Costco and get it for like $4.
You can go to Costco.
But I mean, food is more expensive here. Like anytime we go to like chains in the mainland, I'm like, holy crap! A value meal somewhere is like $6 or $7.
Yeah, it's way cheaper.
And it's like $10 here, or it's just everything's a little more expensive here. Yeah. But then you get that with the cost of living's high, so you get paid a little more. So it kind of balances out a little bit. But the rent is ridiculous, so we're not in a position to buy right now because it's like, how can you save up for a down payment when you're paying so much for rent, and houses are, for a decent house, you're paying at least $500,000.
And that's a shack. That looks like a shack.
You can probably get a nice
like
house,
like a dilapidated house.
Nah, not all of them.
Yeah, well, you can get a nice condo with that.
Yeah, but then
who wants to raise their children in a condo?
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I'd love to raise them here, and I'd love to buy a house. That's my ultimate goal, is to buy a house here. But if stuff doesn't work out, then I may have to just relocate somewhere else. It's cheaper,
I think that coincides with the question if we were planning to move to a bigger place. And our place is I mean, it's just the right size for us. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo. And I think it's about like almost 1,000 square feet. It doesn't look like it, but,
Yeah.
but it's enough room for us.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe when we have a second child, we'll have to think about moving to a bigger place.
Yeah, but I love it here.
Yeah.
If money was no object, obviously I'd stay here forever. But it's just hard to buy a house here. Unless you have family and can stay with them for a long time while you're saving, which is, I think a lot of people end up doing, you know. And a lot of people are asking us if we have a P.O. box to send letters or postcards, and we do. So we'll let you know what it is if you want to send us a card or, you know, just a postcard from where you're from.
Do you have a preference for the gender of this baby? No.
No. I think after our loss and after trying for so long, it's like, you know, it's cliche to say, but as long as the baby's healthy, and we'll be happy with any gender. And with any gender.
Just
you know?
trying to get pregnant.
That was the hard part.
Yeah.
Tiff, she always writes us a lot.
Yeah.
I think she's from Jacksonville too. She asks, how have you been comfort-wise?
Ooh, lately, I have not been comfortable. I've been having a hard time falling asleep. You can ask Gene. I've been tossing and turning, trying to get to the right position to fall asleep. And let's see, at work, his kicks are getting harder and harder. And it's just like, ooh, what's going on there, you know? So, and I get tired walking and I get short of breath. So, yeah, not too comfortable now, but I guess because it's just the last few weeks coming up, so.
And then speaking of that, our friend Nene from the Cub Scouts, she asked, can you bend over and touch your toes?
Girl, I cannot even see my toes.
Yeah.
I mean, I could attempt to. Let's see. Let's see if I can. You can probably see my belly just sticking out.
There you go.
I just have to like split my, like, what do you go? Spread my legs, then I can.
There you go.
Yeah, kinda.
A little flexible.
But yeah, I can't even see my toes.
Okay, let's see here. How will they remove the tack?
I mean, you have an option to remove the tack if you want, but for me, it's gonna just be permanent. You know, if we plan to have children in the future, I don't want the same situation to happen with the same thing that happened with Journey. So, but you can, but I've heard like people saying that because it just stays in there for so many years, it kind of like, what do you call that?
Builds like scar tissue
around it, and it's like impossible to remove. So
yeah, so I think most people just keep it unless there's like some kind of problems, which I don't think there are really too many problems with keeping it in. So for the most part, people just keep it in.
Yeah, and other people that asked us about the Haney or Dr. Haney's tack, we'll probably do another video on that just to go more in depth in it, because I don't think a lot of people are informed of what a tack is. I think they hear cerclage and they automatically think of the vaginal one, but there's so many different types of cerclages out there, so we'll probably do a video on that too.
Yeah. How many weeks are you now?
I am 33 weeks 1 day today, and it's Saturday. Another question is, beyond excited for you. Sorry if this is off limits, but is this baby genetically both of yours? We got a lot of questions like that.
Yeah, so I think they've been asking a lot. But if you've seen our prior videos, it's kind of been a while. We should probably do like a whole update on our whole infertility journey. But basically, I had leukemia when I was young. We saved some vials of sperm, but I was like 16 years old and I was like super sick. Like I'm talking about like dying in the hospital sick at this point, and they had me try to go to the reproductive clinic to save my sperm, but they had already started around a chemo. Like I think for like 2 or 3 days, but I just was so sick that I couldn't do my job at the reproductive clinic, so they were able to save like 3 vials of sperm. Anyway, fast forward, we had been saving that frozen for many years. And then when we tried to do our first IVF, they recommended, hey, you know, we're going to be doing this egg retrieval on Keshia. So instead of doing like, you know, an egg retrieval and then using your sperm and your sperm doesn't work, you know, what are we going to do with our eggs then? So we were put in a situation where we had to get donor sperm. So we looked at the California Cryobank, and we looked for all the Asian sperm donors, and it's funny. It's like it says like what the celebrity it looks like. So it's like, do you want to look like Keanu Reeves or do you want it to look like Daniel Day Kim? Like there wasn't many options for Asian.
And I'm like, ooh, Keanu. Oh, a lot of these say Keanu Reeves. Do they really mean that?
I know, right? Like, dang, all the Asian people look like Keanu Reeves. He's like not even Asian. So anyway, through our IVFs, we did 3 embryo transfers. On our second embryo transfer, we ended up finding out that there was very minimal viable sperm in my 3 vials. So they ended up implanting 1 egg, I believe. I can't even remember. I'll just link the video here.
Link the videos.
But basically, no, all the remaining embryos are from donor sperm because
donor sperm and then my egg.
Because we just didn't have any more of mine. And so some people asked too, will you be trying in the future with my sperm? And the answer is no, because I'm just sterile.
Yeah.
Every sperm analysis I get is 0 sperm because I had chemo and radiation and it just basically fried them all up. So. And then they said that maybe you'd start producing sperm again in the future. So we would always do semen analysis every year and there would always be 0. So, yeah.
And we're at peace at that. We've come to terms to that because the other option was adoption, which we didn't mind, but, you know, we wanted to
try IVF. Yeah. So we had the egg retrievals and we're like, well, we're not going to do all these egg retrievals and not use Keshia's eggs. You know, it's like if you've had IVF before, you know how hard it is to get those eggs and all the pain and needles and shots you have to endure. Yeah, but we know that these babies are going to be raised by us, loved by us. It's going to be my baby.
Yes.
Always be my baby. All right, let's see what else here. Okay, the next question is, let's see here, from Sweet Honey Lay. Thanks for the question. It says, what kind of vitamins and meds were you taking pre-conception?
That was a long time ago.
I know, I might have to just like link a video, I think around the time.
But from what I can remember, the vitamins I was taking was prenatal pills. I think they were the Nature Made ones from Costco. And then I also was taking ubiquinol, the CoQ10. That was from Costco as well. I took vitamin D because I think my vitamin D was low on my blood work. And in my situation, because I had polycystic ovarian syndrome, I was taking metformin. And then I also have hypothyroidism, so I take levothyroxine and what else?
I can't remember. I think that's pretty much the gist of it.
Pretty much it.
Fish oil, maybe?
Yeah, fish oil, omega-3s. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But you can look at our one of our links and find out what exactly I took in our old videos. Okay.
So another question here, are you guys Mormons?
No, we're actually Catholic. That's how we grew up. And I think people just automatically assume that because of the IVF grant, for the Ellie and Jared IVF grant.
I think they're all LDS too, so yeah. I didn't know they were LDS like during the whole grant thing, and I think I've gifted them coffee, and I think Mormons aren't supposed to like drink coffee, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's some strict rules, but...
I know, I was like, oh shoot, I sent them Hawaii coffee, whoops.
Yeah.
And speaking of Ellie and Jared, somebody asked us, they said they got to know us through Ellie and Jared and Bonnie and Joel. Do they know about this blessing and are they excited as we are? I think they know about it.
Yeah, because they you know, we follow each other on Instagram and they did like our pictures and they did comment on it that they're happy for us.
On your announcement.
Yeah. And then they mentioned on their last vlog, they mentioned that two couples are expecting, and that's us and another one. It was Megan and Tyler Hart, and they just had their baby.
Here's another one here from Awesome Spatorico. Ask, where did you two meet, and do you have any pets, any hobbies?
We met in
Duval. No, not in Duval. We met in Orange
Park, which is
a suburb of
Jacksonville. We both went to the same high school, and we met freshman year. Had a crush on him. And
she did.
One of my girlfriends told him.
You know, it was like high school type stuff. It's like we had a mutual friend, And then she told her friend that she thought I was cute, and I was like, oh, she likes me for real? Oh, tell her I think she's cute too. Or I don't even remember. You know, we're passing notes and stuff.
Yeah.
And plus, I was breakdancing, and then she was feeling my skills. And
I was
she
actually.
saw me doing my windmills and nutcrackers, and she was like,
oh, he's like so confident and he's so good at what he does. So I was like, oh, it attracted me more. And then we just started dating a couple months after that.
We have another video of how we
we
met.
met.
I'll go ahead and link that up here too, and you can kind of see the whole story there. Let's see what else. Do you have any pets? No, we don't. We live in a condo that's kind of like, you know, it's kind of hard to have a pet. But I used to have a chow chow when I was young.
And then
I want to get another chow chow, but I feel like it'd be mean to get a fluffy chow chow here in hot Hawaii, right?
And then my mom has 2 dogs, right? So I play with them whenever I come visit. But we would love a dog, just we can't have one here.
And any hobbies?
I don't really have any hobbies. June does.
I used to have a lot of hobbies, but I think like, you know, after we lost Journey, I was super depressed and I didn't do anything for a year. Like I had so many hobbies before. Like I used to break dance and I would DJ. I would work out a lot and I'd hike and I'd do so many things. Like I think I'm gonna start slowly getting back into it, and back into my hobbies again, and just doing stuff I love again.
Yeah,
you know?
He's very talented. I, however, am not. I'm good at eating, though.
Oh, I'm good at eating.
We're foodies, so we do that.
Yeah, come on now. You see these cheeks.
Yeah, I don't really have any talents. What do you think? Do I?
Let's see. You're good at cooking. You like to cook a lot. I think we both like to cook, but Keshia can throw down. She likes to cook a lot. Let's see what else.
Nothing really. I wasn't really. My mom didn't put me into sports when I was younger. I think the only thing I did was like Girl Scouts and ice skating. That's one thing I want to do with our son when he gets older.
Put him in a lot of hobbies and sports.
Yeah.
And music. I like music a lot too, so I want to get him. Let's see if he likes music. If he likes music, I'm going to try to push him to play a bunch of instruments if he likes, because I really love music. And
if he wants to.
If he wants to. If he wants to play sports, he can play sports.
Just no football.
I know. Keshia was watching that Aaron Hernandez and talking about CTE, and she doesn't want him to play football now.
I would have a heart attack if I saw him get, what do you call that?
Tackled.
No.
I guess what other hobbies? I guess I like to edit videos. But who really likes to edit videos? I mean, I guess I can edit videos. And I do okay at it. So
I need to learn.
Somebody else asked about the Dr. Haney's tack, the transabdominal cerclage. Can you briefly explain your experience, and do you have any restrictions due to the cerclage? That'll go in the video. It'll be like super in depth, and but basically.
But to answer the restriction part, we didn't have any restrictions.
Other than having a C-section.
Yeah, that's the only thing. You just have a C-section.
I mean, just due to the history of incompetent cervix, I think they say not to like really do anything too strenuous working out wise, right? Just like walking pretty much.
when you get the tack, and that's only for like a few weeks after, those are the only restrictions, like not do anything too strenuous. Another one says, I noticed that you've both got tattoos. Are they for Journey? Can you show them in a vlog? Yeah, we both got tattoos with Journey's name, like after she passed.
Can you see him? We got matching tattoos with Journey's name.
This is my first tattoo. I don't have any other tattoos. And we just wanted something meaningful, so we just had her name put down. And I think when the new baby comes, we'll probably get a tattoo with his name. Well, I will, and get something with it. But
Keshia wanted to get a tattoo so bad with Journey's name, and I said, "Oh, I'll get a matching one." Even though it's kind of like a girly tattoo, you see, it's kind of. I feel like girls always get them right over here, like in the little script. But I was like, man, for my baby girl, I'm gonna get any kind of tattoo. So yeah, that's just Journey Leia with our little Rose. I'll get a
Yeah.
little close up here.
And it's not as bad as I thought it would be. You know, I thought I would be in a lot of pain, but yeah, it's just like a little burn, basically. Yeah.
Let's see, this kind of goes along with the tack also. What went wrong with your last pregnancy and what are you doing differently this time? So basically, in a nutshell, Keshia's cervix opened up prematurely at 21 weeks. The baby's weight was just pushing down on it and just started causing her to dilate early.
Yeah.
And then, so what we did differently was Keshia got the transabdominal cerclage, which basically is a band that holds the top of the cervix shut. So it keeps it closed, keeps it nice and tight. That way, once the baby starts getting too heavy, the weight of the baby doesn't start pushing up on it, causing the cervix to funnel or, you know, open up.
Yeah, so that's the only thing different. Just the cerclage, yeah.
So we had a positive embryo transfer last time. And I think, you know, Keshia just did a whole bunch of meditation. I think that's what the big major key that helped with the last 2 embryo transfers versus the first one. She didn't do acupuncture the first time.
Yeah, the second and the third time when I had Journey, I did acupuncture, and then with this baby, I did acupuncture too.
And there's not like a lot of scientific proof that acupuncture does help, but a lot of people do it. And if it helps relax you during the embryo transfer, hey, go ahead and do it, because embryo transfers and IVF is stressful. If you can just get in there to chill for acupuncture, even though it's like holistic Chinese medicine, hey, do that thing.
And then on this pregnancy, I'm being monitored very closely, unlike my last one. Just because we didn't think anything would happen, we just saw a regular OB. And now I see a maternal fetal medicine physician who's also going to be delivering our baby too. I feel like you should find a maternal fetal medicine that's familiar, or an OB that's familiar with tags.
I think she's just took it easy this time around. She took off work a little bit earlier, so she's part-time work now versus she was full-time and just getting stressed out, you know?
Yeah. So I cut down on some hours. And so, by the way, someone said they saw me going into Target at Alamoana. But yeah, I'm always there because I work nearby. So that was probably me.
I know, if you see us in the street, say what up.
Yeah, say hi. Maybe we'll do one of these again when the baby's here. Probably going to ask me questions of how it's going.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for sending us all the questions, and you know, we had fun answering them all. But we have, you know, I'll go ahead and link a couple of videos that get a little more into the specifics of things, like how we met, what Keshia did, you know, prior to this transfer, what else? And then a video about like our, you know, sperm donor situation. What else?
But yeah, I think that's it. We'll be revealing the name soon.
Yes, we will.
Maybe next week.
I know, his name is... You're gonna have to wait for that. Yeah. So, thanks again for all the questions, everybody. And we're gonna go ahead and cut this video. I think it's getting a little long here.
Yeah.
But if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we will see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.